Humankind from its early years has undergone several ages of change and evolution which have been primarily distinguished by their technology, with technology in the Oxford Dictionary being defined as machinery and devices developed from scientific knowledge. These ages have been the Stone Age, also known as the Prehistoric Age, where in man's earliest history he fashioned stone tools which were primarily used for hunting animals and cutting resources such as animal skin to produce clothing. This was also the time he began to understand and work with fire, which impacted human culture permanently because it meant he could artificially produce warmth in any climate and cook food, which distinguished him from the other primates and animals at the time. Humanity endured this period for 3.4 million years and left it with the introduction of the Bronze Age, where the metallurgy of bronze, a compound of copper and tin, would take a central role in human culture's means of production. This was the period where early forms of writing began to be utilized in Eurasian civilizations, known today as Europe and Asia. They used drawn symbols to convey information. Other technologies that characterized this age were the development of more bronze jewelry, ornaments, weapons, and agricultural utility. Media that depicts the aesthetic of this period in Europe and the Mediterranean include the TV show Spartacus, Zack Snyder's 300. and Gladiator. In modern history, the Bronze Age in Britain lasted for approximately 1,700 years and was replaced by the Iron Age, where the metal iron, which is the most common metal on Earth, became the primary manufacturing material. Different parts of the world came to the smelting technology at different times, but it is evident that it advanced the sophistication and productivity of many civilizations at the time by an order of magnitude, such as the ancient Greeks who advanced political theory, democracy, philosophy, theatre, and poetry. For them, it was the classical era rather than the Iron Age. It wouldn't be until 1698 that the next major technological revolution would occur, and it came in the form of a patent for a steam engine by Thomas Savery, who was an English engineer and inventor. The device used boiled water to create steam pressure at 1 horsepower or 750 watts, which was 8 to 10 times stronger than normal air, which translates to 8 to 10 atmospheres. The device was used to pump water. Several iterations later, James Watt created and patented a steam engine that used rotary motors, which was the precursor to the standard locomotive and industrial models, which were smaller. His model was patented in 1781 and had an output of 10 horsepower or 7.5 kilowatts, which is comparable to a modern-day electric shower. By the 19th century, steam power was used as a power source for trains and watercraft. The device led way to what we know today as the Industrial Revolution, which entailed the transition from traditional hand-based production methods to more efficient machine tooling, a precursor to the assembly line model popularized by Henry Ford in the United States. This gave rise to the factory system of production, and one of its leading products at that time was textiles due to the high employment and profit it produced in Britain. The revolution diversified the standard of living for the common man and woman as it brought advancements to the social, economic state of the nation through the rapid development of fields of industry such as metallurgy, steam power, machine processing, chemical processing, cement production, gas lighting, glass production, paper production, agriculture, mining, transportation, and others. The social side effect of this introduction to capitalism/industrialism was that women felt, according to Alice Clark, marginalized and seemed to have lost their economic importance, because in earlier times women were engaged in many aspects of industry and agriculture, such as running farms and tending to livestock, which gave them a sort of equality with their male counterparts. However, the introduction of the revolution to society saw more men going to work and women being forced to a domestic, idle existence. As for living conditions, the hierarchical nature of the capitalist system meant a lot of people received low wages, since the masses were at the bottom of the social and economic ladder. Hence, their standard of living did not improve significantly until the 19th and 20th century, due to further technological advancements and falling prices of goods. The 20th century brought with it advancements which were by an order of magnitude more sophisticated and impactful to the standard of living than the previous ages combined. Inventions such as the wireless radio in 1900, assembly line production in 1901, airplane in 1902, consumer banking 1904, theory of relativity 1905, Dixie cups 1907, shopping bags and cellophane in 1912, mass production in 1913, radio remote control in 1914, the toaster in 1990, the hairdryer, Band-Aid and traffic light in 1920, television in 1927, penicillin in 1928, sunglasses in 1929, ballpoint pen in 1935, the Disney multi-plane camera and the shopping cart in 1937, the Atanasoff Berry computer in 1939, the Turing machine and nuclear reaction in 1942. The Mark I computer in 1944, the microwave oven in 1945, the ENIAC computer in 1946, the Kimi swimsuits in 1945, instant photography in 1947, Lego in 1949, laser in 1958, holography in 1964, the microprocessor in 1968, electronic e-books in 1971, the internet in 1973, the personal computer in 1976, PC gaming in 1982, Teletubbies in 1997, Google in 1998, GPS in 2000, iPod in 2001, Segway HT in 2001, Wikipedia in 2001, the Human Genome Project in 2003, the Nintendo Wii in 2006, the Form 1 in 2012. As for the future of humanity and technology, there are many solutions to problems. However, one that stands out as significant as the microprocessor is 3D printing. 3D printing was invented in 1984 by Chuck Hull. It is a method of production that uses thin layers of material, whether plastic, metal, silicon, or organic matter, to produce an object, structure, or organ. The significance of this is it is available today and can be used to manufacture anything from human skin, organs, vehicles, houses, and even food. Here is an animated render of the 3D printing process. These devices have been known to be able to print up to 10 houses per day. This makes them a sound and viable solution to the housing problem in less economically developed countries, whilst offering the possibility of changing the face of a nation and living conditions in less than a year, essentially solving a problem that has plagued the planet for the past 100 years, increasing homogeneity and relatability on a globalist planet with nearly zero waste. The machine itself is capable of printing another one, making it the first machine to be able to clone itself. It also removes the need of transporting goods since they are manufactured on site and gives the opportunity for the consumers to modify the design of the product before it is printed. Another benefit to this technology is that it is open sourced, which means there are no patents, making it free for anyone to design, produce, and sell. It can be described as a truly revolutionary technology because it promotes creativity in everyone and can extend the lifespan of our presence on this planet by reducing industrial carbon emissions to nearly zero and the need to discover fossil fuels to produce more plastic, since 3D printed products are recyclable by nature, a major concern that is voiced by the United Nations Agenda 21. Also, 3D printed products are as easy to share and transfer through the internet as photos or MP3s are today, which means one day we may witness a product on the television and be using it within 5 minutes, a concept only visualized in science fiction films, which creates a sort of hyper-reality as coined by the philosopher Jean Baudrillard. As a disruptive technology, it is expected that the majority of manufacturing companies will not be pleased by its existence, since most capitalist models are based off profiting off scarcity, while it promotes the contrary. However, many high-profile companies have managed to integrate it into their production systems. For example, Ford has been experimenting with 3D printing ever since it emerged in the 1980s. They have publicly stated that the technology allows for a product that originally took 4 months and £500,000 to produce to only take 4 days and £3,000 with 3D printing. After implementing 3D printing to its production process, Nike has seen a huge financial growth and is using the technology to print their latest generation of football cleats and other sportswear. The CEO of Nike, Mike Parker, has publicly stated the boost the tech has added to the company's productivity and value, and intends to expand it across all its production lines.
From orbiting satellites to fighter jets, Lockheed intends to use 3D printing to revolutionize the manufacturing of aeronautics. Currently, they are printing individual parts for aircrafts, but in the future, they will be able to print an entire aircraft as one piece.
The software maker has seen the potential of 3D printing and has bundled software in their latest release, Windows 8.1 and Windows 10, that allows users to 3D print natively from the operating system, meaning there's no need for downloading extra software or drivers. Also, Nokia has become the property of Microsoft, and to complement the shift to 3D printing, they released software that allows users to design cases for their Lumia phones, which can be 3D printed. Although the technology seems utopian in nature, it has concerns. The first is it's weaponizable. The second is piracy. Other potentials of 3D printing are it could help to reduce wars for resources. And if there were wars, there may be for the desert, since the abundance of silicon can be used to make glass and brick structures, orders of magnitude more sophisticated than the ones we have today. It will increase our speed to explore the solar system and galaxy by sending autonomous, self-replicating robots to build solid and permanent structures decades before we reach the planet, and do so with positive intentions as opposed to the parasitic virus-like, warlike image of the destiny portrayed in novels, games, and film media alike.
Today is the end of the Republic. The end of a regime that acquiesces to disorder. At this very moment, in a system far from here, the new Republic lies to the galaxy, while secretly supporting the treachery of the loathsome resistance. This fierce machine which you have built, upon which we stand, will bring an end to the Senate, to their cherished fleet. All remaining systems will bow to the First Order, and will remember this as the last day of the Republic!
Transfer to manual control.
Pick up! Fire!
Unknown. Unidentified settlement ships. You are moving into a restricted
They
situation.
just opened fire. We're f***ing fire. Data guns are attacking our airship.
This is a full-blown...
Oh my god.
We are getting breaking news out of Switzerland.
Geneva has suffered a massive
Death count continues to rise, and there's no end in sight.
This is Top Cat Sovereign. Divert and deploy all available assets immediately.
Holy shit.
Let's get to the tower! Go! Fix the house!
Biggest surprise attack in the history of the world. How could they not have seen this? It's one of our own.
We have no precedent for this. We have no playbook for this. And apparently, we have little time.
Let me make our situation absolutely clear. We are now at war with the Settlement Defense Front. Godspeed, Captains.
this, Reyes?
Affirmative. Let's get in there.
Firing line.
Target's closing. Range 400 meters.
It will be a certified life extension technology by allowing us to live longer through reconstruction of organs and cells that may be tailored for certain lifestyles. It may allow us to create new life forms through information gathered from bioinformatics. Incidentally, there are plants and amoeba with 600 times more genetic data than humans and mammals. It may lead our evolution from Homo sapiens to Homo ludens or Homo faber.